What an absolutely lovely winter we're having this spring. The road crews were busy this morning.
That nailed it right there.
Yeah,
Depending on where you live, you might have several inches of snow outside your house. Let's check in now with meteorologist Stephanie Mead for more on today's weather.
Yeah, it's been a very winter-like day here, and we're continuing to see the snowfall for a lot of spots. This is actually just north of us in Flint right now, where they're actively seeing kind of a heavier band of snow pass through, seeing snow-covered roadways. Very similar picture to what a lot of us woke up to this morning. I do think we see more snow chances within the next couple of hours right now, and you can clearly know where we're seeing some of that heavier snow near parts of Saginaw, not just a little north of that, starting to exit Flint, but this is still headed our way. So we still have more snow even heading into mid-evening, and a lot of spots we're in that 2, 3, 4 inch range, and it looks like we probably could tack on an additional half an inch to maybe an inch with this line that kind of moves through later on tonight. So by 7:30, 8 o'clock, our northern communities up near, say, Macomb, Oakland, Livingston counties, you'll see additional snowfall that will pass through the metro area closer to, say, 9:30, 10 o'clock tonight. Once that passes through, we should be finishing up the snow. We dry out later on tonight and into the overnight and through much of this upcoming weekend. We still have a winter weather advisory in play for all of these purple counties until midnight tonight. So I would anticipate seeing slick road conditions heading through the overnight hour and into early tomorrow morning as well, with any leftover residue kind of freezing over. Temperatures low 30s, a few upper 20s up near northern parts of the state. We'll have more new forecast for this weekend and into next week coming up here in just a few minutes. But if you're not here, don't forget you can always get the latest forecast by checking for the Fox 2 weather app. Download it for free in the App Store or Google Play. Roop and Taryn.
All right, well, you know this, Stephanie. The groundhog said early spring. A look outside, well, it suggests otherwise.
Yeah, we already had spring, remember?
That's right.
Then it's over. The morning commute was a mess, and road crews were kept busy. Fox 2's Hillary Goldstein joins us online from our weather beast in the passenger seat right now, and she's looking at the conditions. And from our vantage point, Hillary, the roads look clear.
They're dry. Probably a good idea to take it easy, especially on overpasses and bridges, but we are caught in a slowdown on 96 near Livernois. Otherwise, everything else looks good.
Huge semi stuck Friday morning. This is the Southfield Freeway and 96.
It is very scary when you see sometimes what can happen in driving in these kind of conditions.
MDOT tells me the semis couldn't get up the ramp, and to make matters worse, crews couldn't get salt there to improve what was going on. Well, because the semis were in the way. A situation like this requires a heavy-duty tow. With the help of gravity, the sea eventually cleared.
People forget quickly on how to drive in these kind of conditions, and when our weather folks tell us snow is coming, I think all of us become a little blasé, especially at this time of the year, like, oh, it can't be anything. A reminder, you got to check the weather. You got to check the roads before you head out.
You absolutely do. MDOT says from rush hour to about the lunchtime period, they reached 200 accidents on just the state roads in Metro Detroit. In parking lots, up and down driveways. On the private side, the plow truck drivers, they were working. Yours is the real deal.
Yeah, we can move a lot of snow and put down a lot of salt quickly.
Spring snow is by no means a novel occurrence in Metro Detroit, so the professionals pretty much know what to expect, which is anything. Is there anything at all that's unique about this compared to other spring snows?
Not really. You know, it's Michigan. You just deal with it, and it is what it is, and whatever drops, you just plow it and salt it, and you're done. Yeah.
It's almost like what you expect.
Yeah, it's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. I couldn't have said it better myself.
All right, so we've been on a bunch of highways, 696, Southfield, we were on Telegraph, and now on 96. Again, everything looking good. Back to you guys.
Reeves puts up a three, no good, and Oakland with a March memory of a lifetime.
What an amazing win by Oakland, knocking off Kentucky in the NCAA tournament. You know, they're the talk of the town, and all of us are cheering on this team and Coach Campy for everything they did.
Their next game tomorrow night with a spot in the Sweet 16 on the line. But for now, Oakland students and alumni are still celebrating a night they'll never forget. Fox 2's Amy Lang has more on what this could mean for the school off the court.
Oakland with a March memory of a lifetime.
And An historic win as the Oakland University Golden Grizzlies beat the #3 seed Kentucky Wildcats, busting brackets and answering the question, who is Oakland U?
The country is waking up and they're learning who Oakland University is.
Todd Nucci is Director of Marketing and Digital Web Services for Oakland University.
Watching the analytics as soon as that game was over and seeing all that source traffic coming in from all over the country was super, super exciting.
Thousands of people suddenly curious about this public research university in Rochester, Michigan, with an undergrad and graduate enrollment close to 16,000 students.
What we saw was metrics for our analytics coming to the pages that OU history, about OU. Those pages saw increases of 5,000, 9,000%.
Learning about the school and its basketball coach, Greg Campy, who's celebrating 40 years with the team, making him college basketball's longest tenured coach.
We're lucky to have somebody championing the university like Greg Campy, and we couldn't be happier to see his success in this tournament and for his players.
Making big plays that could translate to big wins, not just on the basketball court. With more people learning about the programs, the campus, the region, they're expecting increased applications for admission.
Something like this definitely helps to get that high school attention and bring those students not just on campus, but also in the front door, whether it be undergrad or grad. Certainly expect to see a lot of excitement coming through over the next few months.
The fall tours are already underway, and so are the orders for Grizzly gear.
We've had a really busy day. It's been like the first day of class, with over 100 orders going all over the country, like Sacramento, New Jersey, and Louisville.
Alumni, future students, and simply fans excited for Saturday night's game and hopefully another victory, this time against North Carolina State.
They just have to win 5 more games. That's it. It's that simple.
In Rochester, Amy Lang, Fox 2 News.
Go Grizzlies. Well, Stellantis announcing layoffs involving 400 of its white-collar workers. The layoffs are in engineering, software, and technology and cover about 2% of the automaker's workforce in those divisions. Stellantis says they're making the move to improve efficiency and optimize costs. They also say those laid off will receive a separation package. We'll have more details about the job cuts and reaction tonight at 6.
It's been the subject of controversy. Now a judge is temporarily halting plans to demolish the old Roosevelt School building in King Harbor. It marks a victory for activists who've called on district officials to save the building. Now both sides have been ordered to appear in court for a hearing next week. It comes days after the West Bloomfield School Board voted 4-2 to demolish the building. Now it was supposed to be demolished in June as part of a restructuring effort.
The world has been waiting, wondering, and even speculating, but today the sad truth has come out. The Princess of Wales, Kate Middleton, has cancer. She made the shocking health announcement in a pre-recorded video. Fox's Connor Hansen shares more details now from the princess.
Catherine, the Princess of Wales, says she found out she had cancer after her major abdominal surgery earlier this year. The princess asking for privacy for her family after weeks of skepticism over where she's been. Princess Catherine says she has been out of public view to recover from surgery and start cancer treatment.
Most importantly, it has taken us time to explain everything to George, Charlotte and Louis in a way that's appropriate for them and to reassure them that I'm going to be okay.
Back in January, Catherine underwent major abdominal surgery. After the operation, tests revealed cancer had been present.
This, of course, came as a huge shock. And William and I have been doing everything we can to process and manage this privately for the sake of our young family.
After weeks of intense public scrutiny over the princess's absence, supporters hope the announcement will put an end to rumors.
This was a very powerful statement from the Princess of Wales, very moving. And I think this was certainly the right decision taken by the Princess of Wales. And I think the entire country will rally around her now.
King Charles was also diagnosed with cancer just over a month ago. The White House saying it's important to respect the royal family's privacy after hearing the news.
And certainly we wish her a full recovery.
Princess Catherine says she's in the early stages of preventative chemotherapy. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
We are following a news alert out of Russia tonight. Several gunmen opening fire inside of a Moscow concert hall. Right now, the death toll is 40, with more than 100 people said to be wounded. Russian news reports 3 people clad in combat fatigues fired automatic weapons right at the crowd. There were reportedly explosives that also sparked a huge fire. Now, the attack comes days after President Vladimir Putin was reelected. Just days ago, the U.S. Embassy in Moscow urged Americans to avoid crowded places in Moscow in view of an imminent attack. Well, for the latest breaking news every day, all day, just scan that QR code that we're about to show you here at the bottom of your screen.
And this will connect you with our daily newsletter, and that will give you what you need to know every day, all day.